Hello, folks. Welcome to Fandango Friday. And
yes, it is very fandango-y. It is Friday.
I've been sick with a cold for 2 days, but I did a beer review yesterday. Being ill, I said the show must go on. I'll just have to soldier through it, right? So
well, you see, you got the rhinovirus, common cold down in Louisiana and in the warm climate, and you still cold.
Right. Got two other people at least ill at work. Two other people very feeling bad. So
Wow.
it hit us like out of nowhere, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Anyway, I'm in Louisiana, folks, tonight. James P. Madonna is in New Jersey, and Ronnie S. is in Florida. And we're continuing our current theme in Fandango Friday, which is Examine Liqueurs. And I have a liqueur tonight, and I'm finishing out the series, unless I find the honey. I haven't found the honey yet. This is Yukon Jack Fire. Similar to the very popular Fireball. I think it's called Fireball.
Remember that song, Fireball? Da, 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 da.
It's a whiskey with natural cinnamon flavor. And if you look at the website for a Fireball, they use Canadian whiskey and they add cinnamon to it. This might be the same exact product. Well, it's probably higher. It's probably a slightly different product because this is 100 proof, whereas Fireball is only 70 proof. So this is a more potent Fireball. And when I was at the Jack Daniel's distillery, they have their Jack Daniel's Fire. And they said, guess how we make ours? And I said, I don't know. He said, we add a bunch of Red Hots to it.
Red Hots.
I said, wow, that's really getting fancy there, huh? All right, now, James P. Madonna is going to show us what he has.
Hey, maybe the primary ingredient of Dr. Pepper soda is cinnamon. I was just thinking about that. You mentioned Fireball being cinnamon American whiskey, right? Right, a flavored whiskey, and this maybe that's not that I like Dr. Pepper. I hate it. I only like Canada Dry ginger ale. But anyway.
Yeah, cinnamon and cherry flavor, perhaps. Okay, now James has.
Okay, I have the Jägermeister.
Oh.
All right, I got the Jägermeister, and I have the information from the website, but of course, best served ice cold. You know, I had to put my birth date to read the information. It's only liqueur. If somebody gets that drunk off of this, they got problems. Herbal liqueur.
How much alcohol does it have?
Well, it's a liqueur. Let me see.
It's like
I have a liqueur. Some of them are pretty high.
Of course, yeah. A secret and closely guarded German recipe of 56 hand-selected botanicals, extracts, and oak barrels. Let's see if we got the refined in oak barrels since 1878. 35% alcohol by volume. 35.
Oh, that's pretty high. It's getting up there.
Well, if somebody is struggling or recovered alcoholic, this will be a problem for them. Or you know, somebody's a little pencil neck geek. They can't handle their alcohol. They'll have a problem.
Now Ronnie S. is going to start us, not start us off, but continue on with his liqueur.
I got the 99 bananas, or 99 brand. I always say that, bananas. It's the root beer flavor.
Okay. I hope you have it cold.
It's not cold. I was just going to say that. Yeah, I just bought it warm.
Yikes.
Is it glass? You should put it in the freezer. It's glass.
That's plastic.
Really
whatever. So it's 49.5% alcohol.
Thank you, sir.
And this is owned by Sazerac, right?
Right. Polynesian brand
products company.
Yeah, but it's part of Sazerac, so it's probably bottled in Louisville, just like the Yukon Jack is bottled in Louisville.
I bought this for $2.19 before tax at the Publix.
What size bottle?
It's a 100 milliliter.
Okay.
So we'll see how this goes. It is warm, but
yeah, those kind you want to have in the freezer probably for 24 hours. So anyway, I'm gonna do mine. Yeah, these liqueurs, I'll tell you, boy, you want to get them. I've had this thing in the freezer for months. You want them dead. Oh yeah, you don't want them to warm. I don't think you do. I could be wrong. Now mine is amber by virtue of caramel color added. You know, about 7 years ago, they had some people running around on the internet talking about caramel color is dangerous. It will cause cancer. And I was thinking to myself,
everything causes cancer, though.
Yeah, do these people know what caramel is?
Cooked sugar.
You take sugar and brown it in a pan and you use it as food color. And how is that? I don't know.
It might cause cancer.
Well, yeah, sugar in excess, yeah, it's carcinogenic, but you have to consume lots of it.
Yeah, what they'll do is they'll say, well, we did a lab experiment where we took rats and we injected them with pure caramel, 50 milliliters of pure caramel for 10 straight days. And then we did it for another 2 months and they got sick. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not what you're taking here.
Well, nutmeg is supposed to be carcinogenic too. The spiced nutmeg that goes on our eggnog. But then again, look how much nutmeg did they use?
Black licorice destroys your liver, but you would have to eat black licorice in copious amounts every day, which in Germany they do. In Germany they do, and they've had liver problems there. But Americans and black licorice. All right, so now the aroma. With my cold, it'll be a challenge, but not much. But I don't think this product is too aromatic to start with. So I'm not going to use the cold as an excuse. Let's go with the taste. Cheers.
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 It's hot. It's not just peppery from cinnamon. It's like they went buck wild with the cinnamon. And it might be to override the alcohol because you're looking at 100 proof. 50 milliliters, you'll get away with it. 50 milliliters, 50% alcohol, I think you'll be all right. But man, if you go like Ronnie is 100, you get 100 milliliters, now you kind of getting into some scary area. And this stuff is potent. This is no joke. 100 proof. When you start dealing with stuff like that, I think less is more. So this 50 milliliter sample bottle is about as much as I want to sample. And furthermore, liqueurs are loaded with sugar. So if you drink too much of these things and get sick, you're going to really get sick.
Might get cancer.
Yeah. So it's not designed for heavy consumption. It's designed for this. A little glass. This is how big the glass is next to my head. Small. Taking a few tastes, giving an evaluation, and you're done. You end it. End it there. Don't be a fool. But wow.
Stay in school.
Stay in school.
Yeah.
Stop, fight. Don't support wars. I read your article. It's great. All right. This is probably my favorite of the three that I tried: the green apple, the original, and this. Now, the original was interesting because it was a strange product, whiskey flavored liqueur, and I couldn't understand that. But it was good. It was. I don't know what whiskey flavoring is supposed to be. Second one was green apple. Well, I'm not an apple person particularly, but I did taste like a green apple, and it said natural flavoring. So, and this one is very clear. It's natural cinnamon flavor. Well, how do you get that? Well, you take cinnamon and you pour it in the whiskey and you let it soak for so many weeks or whatever they do. Now, not only is it peppery to the hilt, it's extremely sugary. It's rich in a way. The body's syrupy and thick. and the finish is sweet. So I don't know what to say. I like it, but I would never drink it as a drink. You understand? I'm doing a review, and that's fine, and it's interesting, but that's it. It's a one and done situation. I tried Fireball. I was less impressed with Fireball, but I think the 100 proof actually helps it. The Fireball did not have enough alcohol to support the cinnamon flavor, I don't believe. But of course, Fireball is one of the top 4 or 5 whiskeys, flavored or otherwise, in the United States. True story, one of the top 4 or 5. I think it's number 3. Honestly, you got Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, and of all things, Fireball. So yeah, I like this a lot. But like I say, that little bottle you just saw, that's going to be the last time you're going to see it. I'm almost certain. So now we're going to go to James. Now I have my uncle is married to a woman from Germany. Her name is Undina, and she's from Schleswig-Holstein. And she says, and she's about 58 years old. She says, well, you know, in Germany, that's considered a medicine, Jägermeister. She said, really, people use it as a medicine to help digest food. They don't consider it an alcoholic beverage. They consider it a medicine. So that's how she looks at it.
All right. Now, actually, also the bitters in Europe is medicinal too. Vermouth in Italy was used during the Middle Ages as a medicinal product. I know Northern Europe is big on bitters. All right, I'll read a little information. All right, I poured the Jägermeister.
Yeah.
All right. Now, don't kiss your dog. Oh, yeah, well, what's with these people that take their animals and they treat them just like they were children, like they're humans. And they do everything. Yeah, they do everything. They let them sleep on the bed. They kiss them on the lips. What the hell's going on? Anyway, the stuff of legend, unchanged in recipe. That's the mumbo jumbo in the beginning. Wilhelm Mast's son Kurt, who took the family vinegar business in a very difficult direction. He perfected Jägermeister's recipe of 56 botanical ingredients, and going past the mumbo jumbo, blah blah blah. Lower Saxon town of Wolfenbüttel, like the drink gave rise to, is a blend of all the best ingredients. A little more mumbo jumbo going forward. Striking logo, Saint Hubertus. Once a wild huntsman, Hubertus had a vision of a mighty stag carrying a glowing cross between its antlers. So they adopted this logo based on this. They called it a potent elixir. The stag in honor of the true hunting master. I guess it means Jäger in Germany, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They're right.
Jäger is hunter. Like I had something in a German restaurant called Jäger Schnitzel, which is like a cutlet. Or Jäger, I guess, hunter. A keen, blah, 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 more mumbo jumbo, violin playing. I aged in oak, which is the wood of choice. 80 years of producing this product, mass producing, I guess. And that's it. That's it. There's a lot of drama on this website, and I'm not going to be bothered with the drama. But it is very old, and the logo is historic. Now, oh, you don't understand?
No, I don't understand the comment above.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to repeat all that.
No, I don't understand. I don't understand this comment.
Okay. Separated from the uncle. What? What? Anyway. Well, it definitely has a heavily botanical elixir medicinal aroma. Like Buckley's cough syrup or Ricola's, I mean, it has that medicinal smell. If you have a bad cold and or cough,
yeah,
a little respiratory problem that's not severe, keep this in the back of your freezer for times when you're feeling under the weather, or as Grandpa Munster used to say, green around the gills. All right, but it definitely has a potent, heavily botanical, medicinal flavor. It has so many botanical ingredients that I can't put my finger on one in predominance, but if I had to come up with an overall flavor, I would say a strong anise, as in star anise, the spice.
Yeah. It's a secret recipe, so it'd be hard to find out.
Yeah, but it does from a layperson, layperson's detection. I would say the first thing that comes to mind is star anise, and a touch of cinnamon, but it's definitely deserves heavy kudos based on the history of it and what is in it. Excellent. Can't argue with a legend. And, and now I know the history of the logo.
Yeah, it's a sharp-looking label. I got to say, it's a classic label.
Yeah, I love that forest green color. Jaeger.
And the orange, it reminds me of University of Miami colors. Of all things.
Yeah. What do they call themselves? The Hurricanes?
Hurricanes, yeah.
University of Miami. They should call themselves the sinkholes. Anyway,
Yeah.
on to Sir Ronald Simpson. Or
Let me say this real fast. There's a guy I work with who sometimes gets on my nerves to no end, but I tell him directly. But anyway, and he doesn't care. But anyway, he likes to tell this story about his sister-in-law. They were having a party years ago. He's about 69 years old now. He'll be 70 in November. But him and his wife and his sister-in-law were having a party, or more people. And the sister-in-law kept drinking Jägermeister, cold, of course. Then she said something like she's going to go take a shower. And they heard some big boom. And they went look in the bathroom, and she had fallen and pulled the whole shower curtain off the rack.
Oh, man.
Was laying in the tub all bruised up. So they said, you go in there and take care of her. So he had to go in there. She had no clothes on. And, of course, she was covered with bruises the next day. So she did what Jägermeister does not advise, drinking copious amounts at a party. So
it wasn't a poltergeist that made her fall. It was Jägermeister, you think?
It was the Hunt Master, and wasn't the TV people. And I mean, why would you drink that much of this stuff? I don't get that. But anyway, people go crazy, But anyway, thank you, Sid. He said, I hope I feel better. I am feeling a little bit better. Boy, yesterday I was feeling pretty bad. After I cut the grass in that heat and that humidity, I was feeling weak.
Boil some ginger with lemon with the rind. I make some hot ginger and lime tea, and then put tea bags in there.
Or a hot toddy with brandy.
Yeah, you could do that.
That's good for a sore throat, though. Okay, now Ronnie is going to showcase his product.
All right. Here's the bottle again. I poured it up here. So kind of a light brown-ish color.
Yeah.
The aroma, like James was saying, is very medicinal. It smells extremely like medicine. And then you get a faint touch of root beer smell also, but it's underneath the medicine-y smell.
Smilax officinalis.
So let's see how this tastes. A nice warm 99 brand root beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
I wonder if sarsaparilla, as the I used to say in the Western movies, is the same as root beer. I gotta look that up.
Well, in 1961, the U.S. government outlawed using the original root beer ingredient because it turned out to be toxic.
Could have been sarsaparilla.
Yeah, it was the sass. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Ronnie.
All right, so it tastes like it would probably taste pretty good if it was chilled. Actually, it does taste like root beer. Going down, it's really warm. I guess that's the alcohol, and maybe that wouldn't be as prevalent if it was chilled.
Right.
It's not I mean, you don't taste the alcohol really when you're drinking it. It's pretty smooth. So I think it could probably be a pretty smooth, enjoyable drink if it was cold. Even though it's not that bad. It's kind of syrupy. Which again, if it was cold, it would probably not be as pronounced. It's a little syrupy too.
It's like root beer. You wouldn't drink root beer warm typically.
Yeah, but it's not exactly like root beer. It has like more of a medicine, like syrupy kind of feel to it. Even the feel, not just the smell.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm pairing it with a Newcastle Brown Ale.
Oh, you might want to pair that with water.
Well, Newcastle's pretty light.
Yeah. I'm pairing it with H2O. Ho!
Yeah, so I'll ponder on my grade.
Okay. Yeah, sleep helped me. I went to bed last night at 6:30, and I was feeling weak, so I laid down and I was out. And I got up to use the bathroom and blow my nose and cough a few times. And then black licorice, yeah, it does. And then I got up at 2:43 because after all, if you go to sleep at 6:30, I mean, that's a lot of hours. But I went to work and I was feeling a little better. Still not feeling great. My lungs hurt and my nose was raw from blowing. But another lady at work, she looked really bad. She was doing bad. And the other lady looked kind of so-so like me. So it hit us like hell, I mean, I take vitamin C every day. I rarely get a cold. So this must have been a strong virus. But
well, hopefully
I'm afraid everybody else at work. Yeah, for a cold, they don't have that. But maybe if they come out with an experimental vaccine for the cold, I'll take it. Now, it might kill me, but it could lead to some future advancements in medicine. Now,
maybe some voodoo ritual would help get rid of it.
There used to be an old man that lived around the corner from me. He was in World War II. He spoke French. He spoke French with a thick. He could speak English too with a thick accent. But his name was Maxime, and he got sent to World War II when he was 17 years old in 1945, fighting Japan. He was telling me, I felt sorry for those Japanese people. I felt sorry for those people because they were fighting for their country just like we were fighting for ours. I wasn't trying to kill those people. But one time I broke my leg and my leg was hurting, when the humidity would come in, my leg would hurt. And he was telling me, I'm a healer. I said, what does that mean? Oh, my daddy, he was a healer. And he was like, take this long, dry grass and grab it, pull a big lump of dry grass. And he wanted me to go walk on it and stand on it a certain way. And I was like, I don't know. This sounded like some kind of Louisiana voodoo stuff, But
Did you try it?
His name was, well, I mean, I stood on it and all, but my leg did stop hurting actually. But he said he was taught those secret Indian. He said his father, it was some kind of Indian thing from the Kushada Indians or something. But Maxime Otan, that was his name, Maxime Otan, and he would carve ducks, carve skyscrapers. He liked to carve stuff out of wood. Anyway, I'm going to do a screen share real quick before I do my score. Show James and you something about sassafras. This is sold around here. It probably is sold in your town. You may never have known.
Sarsaparilla.
Sold in a town near you.
I don't.
Shrimp.
Yeah, I don't know if you get Zatarans.
That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this is Zatarans.
It's a jumbo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
gumbo.
can buy this at the store. Zatarans. Right. Zataran's pure ground gumbo filet. Looks like file. I call it gumbo file, but it's filet.
File it under.
It's like a thickener. It thickens the gumbo up. It's green.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it's green, like an olive green. But what it is, here's the ingredients. That's the entire ingredients of it. Pulverized
sassafras leaf from the sassafras tree. No significant nutrition.
Right. This is what they made. Apparently, the root of the sassafras was sarsaparilla, and they used that to make root beer. But it turns out it was unfortunately toxic. But this is Zatarans of New Orleans.
I wish I had some of that right now.
Yeah, does that look like something
good?
Look like
yeah.
something?
I just
guess what the Zatarans family did. Now remember, in Louisiana, there's a lot of Arab Catholics. Zataran, Ayub, Abdallah, they come from Lebanon, and they left Lebanon and they moved to Louisiana over the last century, and they're entrenched in Louisiana. But guess what happened a few years ago? Zataran sold out to General Mills.
Oh man, why'd they do that?
Damn it! Your favorite song was "Rock the Casbah," probably. But anyway, yeah, General Mills, another takeover.
I guess they made them an offer they couldn't refuse. But anyway, I'm going to score this a 94. I think it's really good. I wouldn't drink it on a regular basis, and I'll probably never drink it again in my life. But if you want to drink a whiskey liqueur that is extremely spicy, cinnamon hot, well, Yukon Jack should do the trick. I've seen full-size bottles at the local stores for about $22. But I bought my little sample bottle for 79 cents, which I didn't consider a bad value. So a 94 out of 100. Let me go. I'm going to update in the banners. Now James is going to give his score. So,
okay. Now that man who says Japan was just fighting for their country. Yeah, that's why they invaded China and the Philippines, etc., to expand Emperor Hirohito's empire with what's his name? Tojo, the evil General Tojo.
Tojo.
Yeah, no, Toho was Godzilla producer. Of
right,
Godzilla.
Yeah. Tojo was the prime minister, right, in 1941.
Yeah. So they're fighting for their country. Anyway, answering Mr. Hardy Har. No, answering Mr. Burley Sullivan. He's absolutely right about the herb echinacea and the elderberry. Now, if you got elderberry brandy and put fresh echinacea leaves in it, and let it become a tincture, an extract, that'll be a good remedy. Now, the echinacea is called the purple coneflower. It is a native American perennial flower and very easy to get, and grows very easily in anyone's garden. So you can very simply plant them. You can find them anywhere. Purple coneflower, and make a tincture. So, and elderberry, you can look it up on Google. Now, I learned two new things before. I know what filet is for the gumbo. I didn't know it was sassafras, and I didn't know sarsaparilla was the root of the sassafras tree. So I learned something new. All right, getting back to this. As far as how can I classify this? Botanical liqueurs.
Yeah.
botanical liqueurs as opposed to citrus, coffee, cream, liqueurs, so on and so forth. Triple sec, citrus. I will say that this has to be it has to be 100% out of 100.
Wow.
As far as botanicals, because I never had a botanical liqueur with this many ingredients and with this type of history. Now, some were impressive, like the one from Spain that I brought the last time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that had a good story behind it.
It had a good story behind it, but
So you didn't really like it, right?
Had a lot of ingredients. No, it was good. Not as robust and potent as Jägermeister, but it was pretty good, and it had a really fascinating history. So, and I think I gave it a very high score. But yeah, you know what? Being that I haven't had all of the botanical liqueurs, I'm going to drop this down to a 99, just in case I have one with a better story and a better flavor.
So is that a type of style, a botanical liqueur?
Yeah.
Well, you can't say, yeah, you can't call it an anisette type. You can't call it a cream liqueur. You can't call it a coffee liqueur. Citrus, you can't, you can't, or an like amaretto or frangelico, or which are nut liqueurs. So I guess botanical would be multi ingredients in high volume, large amount of ingredients. Yeah, Sambuca would be an anise. Yeah, that would be an anise, and ouzo from Greece is also an anise liqueur.
Right.
Which it might have a higher alcohol content. They say ouzo is stronger. But anyway, yeah. So 99% is being kind and generous. And the man is right. It has a very Christmassy look to it.
Yeah.
He sees the dark green and the deer.
For some reason, a lot of people say Jägermeister reminds them of the Christmas season.
Well, Krampus reminds me more of Christmas, but that's another story. But yeah, he's right. They're right. Jimmy Chipwood. Oh, that guy needs a.
One time, Krampus haunted my Dawnbusters.
I heard about. I haven't seen the video, but I heard that.
Yeah, Krampus is not normally an early riser because he's very nocturnal.
Yeah, but I guess you caught him on a late night.
Well, he was ready for bed. Actually, he was almost. Sometimes the nocturnal creatures are ready to go to bed while Mr. Tyrio is up and taking the little boogers out of the corners of his eyes like this.
Now, does Krampus keep the children locked up all year long, or does he let them out?
The little monster. That's a good question. Does Krampus ever let the little monsters out of his cave, his dungeon?
Does he wait until the next year and maybe let them go home then?
I don't know how long he tortures. I honestly don't know, but we can sure use Krampus for a lot of our politicians. That's for damn sure. Wouldn't that be cool if somebody made a movie of Krampus kidnapping politicians?
Yeah.
The Krampus of politics, going after Democrats and Republicans. All right,
going after
and everyone in between.
In between, right?
Except for me. All right.
All right. You see those alcohol legs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's strong.
No, that's pretty cool. So my overall impression of this is you're right. It should be chilled. So I'm going to try to grade it knowing that. I'm going to give it a 89. Yeah, 89. So what is that, a B?
Yeah, B+.
It's kind of tasty. Actually, I like the aftertaste, kind of when you do a little burp in your mouth or something. It tastes exactly like root beer. I think this thing has potential.
Hey,
I don't.
you think if you had it chilled out the freezer, it would be a higher score?
Yeah, I don't. You think I should put it in the freezer? Is that what you usually do?
Well, I mean, maybe in a
Yeah.
future show you could revisit it. You know.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea because
Just
I do like it. I think it has a lot of good qualities, but they're probably just not coming through as much because of the temperature. Even though I didn't really think that the last time, and I had it pretty because I bought it. I always buy them at the same place, and then I come home after work. So I probably had that in the fridge for like 20 minutes or so. The last one that I did. But for some reason, I think
Yeah.
this one would taste a lot better if it was chilled. I guess because it's like the soda, like a soda taste, like root beer. So you don't want to have warm root beer.
No, my suggestion is any liqueur, just get them dead cold. That's just my suggestion. I could be wrong.
They sell them warm though. The spot where I go to, they're all in the back of the
They're all
counter.
warm. Yeah, you gotta buy them. I always buy mine in bulk, weeks in advance, just because I can get
Yeah.
them so cheap around here. I can get them so cheap.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I guess I have to buy it in advance. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna stick with the 89.
Okay, yeah, Jägermeister is from Germany, Sid. Okay, now I want to show y'all the greatest deal in the history of deals. I might have showed this already. I'm going to give these to my daughter because what happened was I bought the bottles and then I drank too much Four Loko Black, which is naturally flavored, by the way. But I felt so ill for 36 hours. I was like, I can't bear to drink any more flavored
I saw you.
liquor.
You put another Four Loko up in alcohol leagues. Was a blue one or something, right?
Yeah, the peach. No, the orange, the peach.
You can't stay away from that stuff.
Well, I mean, it's so inexpensive, but the peach tasted like green onions, shallots. So I didn't find that it matched. It wasn't a bad flavor. I like green onions. I like shallots. But if it says peach, it should not taste like green onions. So to me, that was kind of odd. But it could have been a misunderstanding of the flavor or whatever. But and I'm pretty sure I know what peach tastes like. Anyway,
And you
here
weren't
is.
sick at that time.
You know what I love with root beer? Good root beer, good quality root beer. Really hard, icy vanilla ice cream or vanilla bean or French vanilla. Make an ice cream soda with the good root beer, like Stewart's or BMW. Yeah.
You know what goes good with the root beer? A hot dog.
Yeah.
Like a hot dog off the hot dog truck with the root beer.
Good hot dogs, like the one in Whole Foods from this company.
No, like just the hot dog trucks on the side of the road. Those are good. Some of them are pretty good.
That's roadkill hot dog. Yes.
Not all of them. Not all of them. There's some good ones on Long Island.
Oh. Yeah, this was like this is a company from Coney Island where they use Black Angus, grass-fed Black Angus cattle and no sodium nitrate, and but they're expensive. It's like $8 a package, but they're good. They're like footlongs, just about. All beef.
What is that, Ron?
LaRue.
I like hot dogs, and if you go to Tulane University, they have all beef hot dogs because Tulane University was started by a Hebrew immigrant, and so they tend to make all beef hot dogs. But anyway, those are really good.
Certified kosher.
Right, here's LaRue. It was a company started in Belgium after World War II or slightly before World War II. They moved to the United States, the family, and they sold out. You know how these companies do, they sell out. But this is natural fruit flavor. It's blackberry flavored brandy. Now, this brandy, blackberry flavored, is 70 proof, so it's a liqueur. This liter bottle, listen to what I'm saying to you, liter bottle. You had to buy two, though. You had to buy two to get the discount. And I bought this spiced also because they also had the naturally flavored spiced blackberry flavored brandy.
So these are liqueurs.
These are liqueurs.
Do you plan on bringing them to Fandango Friday one time?
I told my daughter I would give them to her, and she said, "Oh, okay." But I could buy them again. I think if they still have any in stock. the deal was you had to buy 2 bottles, and I asked the lady, could I mix and match them? And she said, yeah, okay. This is that international market. She didn't care. Okay. They were $1.99 a bottle.
I was close. I said 99 cents.
Right, $1.99 a bottle for a liter of liqueur. The other store I checked, it was $10.99 a bottle for the regular $7.50. 750 milliliter was $10.99, and I got liters for $1.99. Can't complain about that. What do you think?
I paid more for my root beer liqueur. 100 milliliter bottle.
You're the consumer advocate of liquor. You're
Why
nobody.
do you get them so cheap, Ron? What is the?
I don't know. I guess
What could be the reason?
Louisiana is lax in their liquor enforcement or something.
But why would the store sell them so cheap? You figure they'd want to make a larger profit or something, you know?
They probably bought 500 cases for like 50 cents a bottle or something.
And then I guess they sell them. I guess they're going off the shelves, right?
You would assume, but you might not. It may not be the case. That store I'm talking about has a whole aisle of things that are like the island of misfit toys, just products that for whatever reason are overlooked, like pickle flavored vodka and whatnot, and they have it for prices that are unknown. So I figure there's no downside. You pay $1.99 for a liter, even if it's terrible. You hadn't lost anything, you know. So
Ronald McDonald. But you say this all the time. This is not like a unique circumstance. This happens all the time,
it's
right?
all the time. Yeah, it's all the time. It's all the time. All the time.
It's pretty weird. Like you get all these great prices, but not really for beer. It's more for liquor, right?
It's more for liquor. Beer prices in Louisiana are average to high average. Average to high average, but the liquor prices are low average to rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane Green Wave, yes. I have been to many Tulane Green Wave football games. I don't know what you're asking.
Holy Trinity, yeah. I don't know about that.
Geary, he's now called the King of the Dots, but he was called Geary, but he made too many interesting comments, and he got his channel banned by the powers
Calling
that
you
be.
out.
So
Calling you out.
yeah, he had to reformat as King of the Dots. And I know James takes issue with these platforms that like to ban people, and they might have only made like a creative comment, you know.
I take issue too.
Yeah, they're dictatorships. They're like one that likes like the ones that you like to use honest in their group name, their group title. Honest reviews, honest. But if you're too honest, once you disagree with them, they threaten to throw you out. Yeah, that's what it is. But give me a close up, Mr. Thierry. I want to show you something.
Yeah.
All right. I got my official Jägermeister.
Oh, nice.
The Jägermeister jester hat. And when I wear it other times, I put this towards the back so you don't see it. But this is where it came from. So there we go. The Jägermeister jester hat. And speaking of hot dogs, that guy Tubin has been in the news.
Who's that?
The one that got fired from, I think, CNN for something. I'll tell you.
Jeffrey Tubin.
Yeah, he got caught enjoying himself a little bit too much on video on Zoom, and he didn't know that his CNN coworkers were able to watch him as he was pleasuring himself.
I never heard of him.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of leaks coming out of CNN. That channel's kind of falling apart, at least from what I hear. I never watched it.
There's leaks. It doesn't surprise me. There's leaks everywhere. Everything's leaking. It's like the Titanic that should not have traveled that far north in the Atlantic, but the arrogant British at the time said, well, we're unsinkable. We're going to do it anyway. And
there was that thing a few months ago on CNN where there was one of the guys was in a bar and some girl was talking to him, and she was filming him, and she was like kind of trying to get him to say stuff, and I guess because it was like a hot girl, and maybe he was drunk or something, he basically divulged the whole like CNN narrative of like going after Trump, and he's basically just saying, yeah, of course we did that because we wanted to get him out of the office. Did you hear about that?
No, yeah, this was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like 2 or 3 months ago.
Now, did you know this is not what I'm talking about. You know, there's a spy pen, which is not a real pen. It's a high definition camera, a mini camera with mic, and you can press the button, and the light that turns it on is facing your body. Clip it on your shirt, and wherever you're looking straight ahead, you could record anything.
Oh yeah.
And they think it's a regular pen. They don't even know they're being recorded.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
It's just a tripod for the phone.
But if like imagine the higher ups at CNN, they're probably like get together and have this big group meeting and just tell these employees to shut up and not divulge all their secrets.
Right.
Now, as far as tubing goes, you know, Zoom is. I don't think Zoom is all that private. You know, if you're going to video chat with people on a personal level, I wouldn't use Zoom. But he, you know, I mean, look, some of those women that work in the networks, not all of them, some of them are quite attractive, but still.
Well, they got better ones at Fox, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, well, that Fox, you know, they handpick them. They make sure that they're, you know.
I used to kind of like Jeff because I mean I liked him a lot more than Wolf Blitzkrieg. I haven't enjoyed Wolf Blitzkrieg.
He looks like a wolf man. You ever see him with that beard?
He does.
Like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Wolf Blitzkrieg. All right. Well, anyway, I'll tell y'all what's coming up. We're gonna keep it PG, Burley. Don't worry.
No, we're PG. We use PG language.
Now, if you want to watch some more illicit,
mature
whatever.
Content.
I don't know about mature. I would say illicit.
Yeah, you could watch my show on Sunday night.
Yeah, or you can watch Sunday night.
Or you could watch Multi Mondays.
Oh, Multi Monday gets risque?
Well, Multi Monday is not risque, you know, it's not risque.
Yeah, because Jesse
Jesse
is very family. He's very family oriented guy. You know, he doesn't go eat wacky. You know.
Now, here's what's coming up. Y'all. Next Wednesday is Budweiser Nitro Reserve. It's an all malt Budweiser. I got a can. If people don't want to join, I get it.
I think that one might get you might get a good panel on that one, possibly.
I think so.
When is the cream sherry show? Because I got my cream sherry.
Okay, hold on. June 23rd, Wednesday is June 23rd. Any Wednesday is any cream sherry. June 23rd, any cream sherry. Any June 23rd, any cream sherry.
That's for Wednesday. Yes.
Any cream sherry. June 30th is any ready-to-drink canned or bottled cocktail. Any ready-to-drink canned or bottled cocktail, which you can find anywhere. July 7th is ice. I think so. July 7th is any ice beer. Could be German ice bock or American ice beer, cheap ones.
That'd be a good one too.
It will. July 14th is going to be any sake. That'll be a great one. Any sake.
Green sake, both of them.
What's a sake?
July 20.
Rice wine.
July 21st is any cheap red wine by request of John and Nilly. That'll be the second one we've done this year. Any cheap red wine. I have one in the fridge.
Already. Oh, it's another cheap red wine?
Yeah, because John and Nilly asked for it.
By special request. So we can make requests of these shows?
Yeah, and then he probably won't show up because he'll be working. But anyway, all right. But it's a cheap red wine, so how hard is that to buy? I have one in the fridge.
Where do we put the requests, Ron?
Just talk to me offline and All right, July 28th is dessert wine, any dessert wine, which means 14% or higher. 14% or higher. August 4th is Old English 800 brand malt liquor. Well, it is what it is.
That's
All right.
That's a tricky one, huh? Who
We get a lot of
requested that?
viewers.
You ever do a German imported German wheat beer theme?
No, but I would be open to that. If anybody suggests it, I'll write it in my booklet.
All right. When's the next Fandango Friday?
Friday next week.
Liqueurs again?
Yeah, because there's so many liqueurs, I don't think we'll ever exhaust that, and I kind of like it. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think
I think
James
it's okay.
seems,
It's all right.
Could people with flavored whiskeys and flavored bourbons that are a bit sweet bring that product on?
yes, because those are considered liqueurs.
They're
A
liqueurs.
liqueur is any liquor that's flavored, right?
Flavor.
Right, like they got the one from Italy called Tuaca. Mathern's has Tuaca, and people go buy that stuff. It's a flavored brandy from Italy. Tuaca, Tuaca, Tuaca. Bailey,
So Fandango Friday is strictly dedicated to liqueurs.
I just bought a hard cider.
Okay.
Wild Card Wednesday, I brought a hard cider.
And I think the reason for liqueurs is because it's not addressed anywhere else. So I figure why not? I mean, you know, it's no big deal. Just get a nice icy cold.
Yeah, nobody else
is dealing with liqueur.
Yeah, I gotta get mine in advance. I gotta drink them cold.
If it's a glass bottle, put it in the freezer. If it's plastic,
now okay.
Yeah.
So you put them in the freezer over the fridge?
Put it in the fridge if it's plastic.
Nah, I put my no wait a minute. I put my plastic bottles in the freezer, no problems at all.
Well, I mean, from a health
standpoint,
it leaches the chemicals out of the plastic, the alcohol. That's
maybe. Y'all want to see what liqueurs I have coming up real fast before we get off the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I read your article. I read the article. I read all 12 pages. I didn't skim through it. I read it carefully. Every sentence I read carefully. I love that article.
It was good, right? I think it was a good find.
Yeah, great.
I'm still on, I think I'm on page 8. I'm still working on it, but I like it a lot. I knew you would too.
A friend of mine who writes articles has been getting his articles published for free, I think, on his website online. Yeah, there are companies where you can publish your article.
Yeah. There's a thing called, I forget what it's called, but yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, I have.
James put an article out today on one of his groups by Noam Chomsky, who I like Noam Chomsky a lot. He's great on anti-war stuff. I don't follow him too much on his other views, but I am going to read it, James.
I have this section on Progressive Discussions Facebook page. It's called Notes, and it's like their blogs. So like you can put like professional blogs with a cover photo and everything. You know, if it's something that's based on facts, you know, and not crazy stuff like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know, if it's intelligent, you know, somebody like yourself are welcome to copy and paste their writings and put it on, you know, put it in notes.
Whatever happened to the super inclusive Saturday? That didn't last too long.
Well, I mean, the Coco V restrictions kind of went away, so I had things to do. You know, I wasn't just locked out.
When were we doing that? What was the time period that we did that?
Around March to May of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, it was hot fun in the summer. You know, there's a lot of activities when the weather's nice. And
yeah,
I mean, when we had, Yeah, right.
Hey, I could be
mean,
doing
there was
some
nothing
activities
to do,
right now, but I'm here with you guys talking about liqueurs.
right. I appreciate that. And I would not say Super Inclusive Saturday is never going to come back. It's just I got stuff that I do on Saturday, like drive to New Orleans or whatever. All right.
Drive to Texas.
It's in mothballs right now. It's on the back burner.
Right, drive to Texas. I went to Texas last Saturday and went to a Texas Rangers game, and so
I was watching that game on because they played the Rays. I watched that game on Sunday. I was watching it.
Right, and one of my viewers saw me at the game.
That's cool.
Is that the Dallas Fort Worth area? Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah, Arlington. Right along the Interstate 30 between Dallas. You got Dallas, Arlington, and Fort Worth. So, yeah, we were right there. The hotel was kind of bad, but the owner, not the owner, well, his family probably owns it, but he was apologizing. And I noticed he never charged me yet on my
Really?
Bank
What
of
was he
America.
apologizing for?
On my bank.
Maybe he forgot.
No, come on.
Well, why was he apologizing? What was so bad?
Just a lot of different problems, which no use going into. But he seemed very apologetic. And I noticed that in the last 6 days, there was no charge showing up. And it went
Maybe
everybody else
he's
charged me.
so apologetic he doesn't want to charge you.
That would be the fair thing to do, considering. But it was a fabulous Mexican restaurant.
Bad, huh?
He should give you the
But it
Motel
was
6.
horrible.
Yeah, I
But there
saw
was
the restaurant that you put on Facebook. That looked like some good food.
You know what I noticed about
crazy.
Yes.
Fabulous. And when we went, and that night after the game, I was too tired to go, but they had live music and people. My friend David came back. He said, "There's a man on the stage singing. Everybody's dancing and all." But I didn't go. I was too tired. But
I noticed that bad lodging establishments, they reek of mildew. They stink of mildew. Anyway.
no, this did not have that problem. But it was a national chain. That's the issue. It was part of a national. I think he might have been worried that I was going to. I think he might have been worried that I was going to report him to the corporate headquarters, perhaps.
Like La Quinta, or
La Quinta is usually they're usually pretty good. Quinta.
Right. He might have been concerned that I was going to send an email to the corporate headquarters. So, but anyway, American Honey. This is coming up. American Honey. I don't know much about it. It's got a raven on there, so it might have something to do with Edgar Allan Poe.
What's the alcohol on that?
I don't know. Wild Turkey. Okay, Wild Turkey American Honey. Okay, I get it.
honey, stay away from me.
Wild Turkey American Honey is 35.5% alcohol, so it's 71 proof. After that, I've got Sheepdog Peanut Butter Whiskey, 70%, 70 Wolf. They call it 70 Wolf. Sheepdog 70 peanut butter whiskey. It is from Sazerac. Okay, well, there's Sazerac again.
What's up with Sazerac and the liqueurs?
They love liqueurs. And then, yeah, and their headquarters on Canal Street, New Orleans, 30 miles from my house. And then coming up is Pink Whitney. Well, that's a strange name. Pink Whitney.
Pink Whitney. Ah.
From New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam vodka. We're all familiar with New Amsterdam vodka. And this one says Spittin' Chiclets. Spittin' Chiclets. It is 5 times distilled, and the alcohol level is I can't find it, but I'll find it. It's not that important. But I've got about 50 other ones I can bring, like literally 50 other ones.
You have 50 liqueurs in your house, but you don't really drink them. You said.
No. I have 50 more that I could bring. Just from
so that you didn't buy yet.
No, but I mean the price is so nominal. It's so cheap. It's So James P. Madonna knows what Captain Howdy is about, right?
Yeah, The Exorcist. Yeah, Linda Blair's little friend.
I didn't know that. Why didn't you
She
ask
was
me?
talking.
You didn't think I would know.
Okay. All right, Ronnie, you knew that?
No, I'm saying I didn't, but I guess you knew that I wouldn't know.
I apologize. What were you doing in 1973?
I saw The Exorcist, though. I've seen the movie.
Okay. The problem with Captain Howdy is she was playing the Ouija board and talking to this friend.
Yeah, friend. Yeah.
But he was
That's how-
What does
corrupt. He was
what does
corrupt.
it mean?
They come as an angel of light.
So Captain Howdy is the demon?
Yep. They're trying to befriend the young girl.
Okay. Why do
The
you put that,
demon-
Ronnie? You're a demon?
No, I'm just trying to see if anybody could figure out what I was talking about. Like about 2 weeks ago on Multi Monday, I put my name was Popeye Doyle. Popeye
French
Doyle.
Connection.
That went over everybody's head. Nobody knew what I was talking about. Popeye Doyle.
I don't get it either.
This is the
James, you understand
50th
that?
anniversary. The 50th anniversary of
French Connection. Popeye Doyle, wasn't he the
Right.
actor who was on Married with Children, right? He was in that movie, I believe.
well, Popeye Doyle was the main. That was the main character in the movie. That was the
Yeah.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Al Bundy was the character on Married with Children. Wasn't that actor in The French Connection? Was he Popeye Doyle? Or
no. He might have been in the movie,
yeah, The French Connection.
which was based on a true story. Actually, based on a true story, that most of the heroin was coming in from France, and during the Vietnam War, the U.S. government tried to distract people from the fact that most of the heroin was coming in from Thailand, a U.S. ally. And they tried to say it was coming in from China, but it was actually coming in from Thailand and Burma.
Now it comes in from Afghanistan.
Right.
What a coincidence, right?
Now the guy said something about complaining. If people didn't complain, then how would our problems get solved? If nobody bellyaches.
So Ron, you have all these aliases that are connected to old movies from the 70s, but you say you don't like movies except for The Godfather and Scarface.
Right. And Apocalypse Now.
So why are you using aliases from movies?
Oh, just to do something different, you know.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, a gimmick.
A gimmick.
It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
The French Connection. I should watch that. I should watch that movie.
Actually, I did not complain a lot. I just told the guy we need help. The TV doesn't work. So he came in the room and he said, "Oh, let me change the battery in the remote and such," and then it still didn't work. But we didn't make a big deal. My friend David was kind of flying off the handle, you know, and I was just saying, "Oh, well, you know," but I guess I'm much more of a I can go along with stuff. I said, "Oh, well, it's not bad."
Yeah,
it wasn't operable. Wasn't operating at the time.
At this time of year, it wasn't.
Yeah, come on. In Texas, get it? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just said, "Oh, give me a break. This place is a joke." So,
kind of a PC.
But it was clean. It was generally clean. It wasn't like horror. We went to Shreveport. That was our true horror. I'd never seen anything like that in my life, and I've seen a lot of questionable places, but Shreveport, that place was beyond the pale of any acceptable form of human decency. And
why did you go there?
Well, on the website, you know, it looks nice. They have a good price. You think, but the company was on the phone.
So that's close to the baseball stadium.
Not far, you know, 3-hour drive. So they were on the phone. I was on the phone with the company, and they were saying, "This is unacceptable. We're not going to tolerate this." And they were very helpful, I got to admit. But anyway, we had to pay twice as much down in Texas to stay. But anyway, that's people they don't watch these to hear all these travel log stories. All right,
Well,
James
you'd
P.
be surprised.
Madonna's
Some people do.
Well, that's true. I didn't think about it. All right, now James P. Madonna is going to close out with a musical accompaniment. And tomorrow morning at dawn is got tequila.
Dawnbusters, yes. And then how's Michael Komarov? I haven't seen him. Is he feeling all right?
Yes, and he joined Stout Sunday last week. So
he's on
Multi
South
Monday. I'm sorry. He joined Multi Monday. I'm sorry. Yeah, James, I'm sorry. I'm tired because I've been at work since 6 o'clock. Do you have any promos to do? Because I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm supposed to be doing. I have people that want to come back. I'm supposed to be doing a show this Sunday night. It won't be Progressive Discussions. It'll be Mega Life 21 live, but it'll be one of those. Everything goes kind of a show, and performing artist Paul Anthony Mantia, and also clothing designer, will be performing with some of this new keyboard he got, and guitar playing, and he's got everything pretty much. So he'll be playing, and the original Mr. Clean is supposed to come on. So hopefully, knock on wood, everything will work out, and Ronnie Simpson's welcome. The other guy, Michael Hilton, is if he wants to come aboard. So that's it. That's what I got going. And like I said, I got the cream sherry for the 23rd of June. And then that's pretty much it, really. So so anyway, here goes. You have just been on the Fandango Friday pirate ship. Now you walk the plank as you expedite the premises.
That's right. Now, Ronnie, that's right, everybody. Now, Ronnie, do you have any promos?
If you want to do a show, an anti-war show or something, I'll do it with you.
Okay, we might do an anti-war. show. I read your article. It
doesn't have to be anti-war. It could be maybe like all that stuff. I think we kind of have the same belief system politically.
Just think of all the wasted tax dollars went towards unnecessary wars.
Well, think of all the wasted tax dollars in the last 1 year. That they weren't even tax dollars; they were just printed dollars that came out of nowhere. Let's talk about that. That really annoys me.
Aside from the lies being lost.
I'll tell you the honest truth. Yeah, aside from the Corona stuff, the ridiculous passages. It started with Trump, and it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And it's a bunch of corporate welfareism. It's not even just the checks out to the individuals. These businesses getting these ridiculous amounts of checks. I can tell you because I'm an accountant and I see it firsthand.
Well, look at the Saudis.
With the clients that you got these restaurants in Florida. They've been open the whole time, and they're eligible to get hundreds of thousands of dollars of grants that they don't ever have to pay back. And now they're talking about inflation finally. Oh, now it finally comes up in the news, inflation. Oh, well, yeah, okay.
I agree. What were you going to say, James?
No, I like
something about the Saudis you're going to say.
Anti-imperialism. That guy hit a nail right on the head. This is modern day imperialism. The oligarch, top 1%, secret societies, the whole ball of wax. No, Trump has been when he was in, he was really very nice to the Saudis, which
he was. But they all are though. They all have
despicable human beings.
Saudis have been huge partners with the U.S. for many years.
Yeah, and now it's Putin and all the people he's involved with.
Putin is just a sideshow. They keep bringing up Putin when it's a total joke. Russia is no threat.
A straw A straw man. All right. Well, we all take care, everybody. Thanks for watching this liqueur broth. So we should be back next Friday, God willing, for the next Fandango Friday, and I will have the American honey from Wild Turkey. Don't know what to expect, but I guess it will taste like honey.
It's like mead. Mead is honey wine.
Mead.
Mead.
Yeah, I never had mead. All right. Well, take care, everyone. It's been a great show.